me. I don't care. Like, I really don't. I can't do it. I'm sorry, y'all. Like,
and I just remember screaming at my mother. I can't believe you didn't tell me.
You will never know what it's like.
I'm not saying
to constantly be lied on, to constantly be bullied, to constantly be attacked.
In 2013, and since she's really barely ever posted her again, and there have even been rumors of NICKI abandoning Ming. See, unlike what most people would think, Ming is actually struggling financially. Even though NICKI is estimated to be worth over $150 million, she still attends a public high school, and most people barely even know she does music. And remember how I said they share the same father? Well, their father, Robert MINAJ, actually lost his life back in 2021 after being the victim of a hit and run. Now, you would think that the loss of their father would finally make NICKI step up and give Ming some help, but NICKI still did nothing. And mind you, Ming is still living at the projects. In fact, not too long after their father's death, Ming went on an explosive IG live rant where she revealed that she's been battling some very dark thoughts about unaliving herself because of all the hate she's been receiving online, coupled with the lack of support she has.
and stuff like that. Be positive and stuff. But at the same time, half of y'all comments be so negative and so hurtful. Like, that's not even cute. Like, I don't know what people go through on a day-to-day basis. I don't even want to be on live app every single time because the reason why I even like stop doing live from time to time now is because half of these comments are so negative. Like, I'm 2 months clean.
And as if things couldn't get any worse for her, she got into a very messy fight at the school a few months ago, which ended in her being arrested. A video went viral of the whole incident, and you could see Ming getting mishandled by the cops. Ming later jumped on her IG stories and she explained everything that went down in a lengthy note. Let's make this clear. I never got arrested due to me cashing a fake check. It was simply because of racial profiling that I had to deal with and other people that was around me had to deal with. It turned into a misunderstanding with me going home the same day the situation happened. Above all, I was never in jail. Let's put these rumors to rest simply because people looking for attention just to give people a bad name but not realizing the outcome where lies like these are simply illegal. Common sense is that if I already know that people know who I am enough as it is, why would I put myself in a situation for me to have a bad name on myself? Instead of believing every detail people tell you, get your facts straight from the source. Thank you. A lot of people at the time were wondering why NICKI didn't lift a finger to help Ming, and they started dragging her for filth. The backlash got so bad that NICKI decided to pull up on Ming just a few days after to take a few videos and photos with her so people would think that she and Ming were still cool. However, people couldn't help but notice how uncomfortable that Ming looked in the video. She was really nervous and she wasn't interacting with NICKI as much as you would think she would, considering the fact that they're literally sisters. So as you can see, the tension between Ming and NICKI has been brewing for a hot minute now, and it looks like Ming is just over NICKI's antics. And it also makes sense why she's now detaching herself, considering that NICKI is involved in so many beefs. Now, as usual, people have their own thoughts about this, and they drag NICKI for not taking care of Ming the way she should be. One person said, NICKI needs to help this girl, get her out the hood, and let her live that good life some. This is why I love Cardi. She doesn't let her family members struggle, she puts her family members on. Why can't NICKI do the same? I'm shocked she helping some strangers than her own siblings. Sad. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about NICKI getting exposed for abandoning Ming? And do y'all think Ming is right for detaching herself from NICKI? Y'all...
It was kind of hard, and I used to be bullied a lot for it because people used to say like, oh, if this person was your sister, why did she do this for you? Why did she do that for you? And it's like, at a young age, it's like, you don't know how to answer questions like those. I never needed her to help me get to my goal. I just needed her to see that I can do it and she can be proud of me without having to think that I needed to have an easy way to get to the top.
Is that important to you to feel that sense of independence to do it yourself?
It really is important to me. I used to have this urge of just trying to like impress my sister. I'm not gonna lie, I always had this urge to impress her because anybody else I wouldn't give a about.
So what's your current relationship with NICKI?
We was never close. She was like always like busy. She be busy and stuff like that. I be doing my too. Like, even though people do think that like we are not cool, we're gonna argue. I'm not gonna lie. Me, like, my sister do be getting mad at me. But this is nothing new. Like, siblings don't fight.
What you be doing, man?
I was gonna say, why?
Listen, bro.
Why do you think?
Listen, bro.
Ming
Niggas just Ming, bro. Respectfully, I'm not even gonna lie. I be getting everyone tight, bro.
People were saying that y'all look just alike. Do you think you guys look like twins?
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, wait.
Do the face. Let me see you. Let me see you do a face. Let me see you do the face. Hey!
There you go.
And so for the people that don't know, you and Nicki Minaj are half sisters through your father, correct?
Yeah, through my father, exactly. We have the same dad. She was a good sister. Like, she did check up on me, my dad, from time to time. Like, she always made sure that we was, like, you know, at least good situated in a way. Like, it doesn't matter if she was distant or not. She was still, like, you know, being there. She was still making sure that we was all good. Like, I don't have no hate towards her. And if people think that I do, that's y'all problem, not mine.
Do you think that like Nicki may be trying to protect you from like
I
the
think
bad
so.
side of the music
Absolutely.
industry?
My sister always wanted to like let me know that people are really dirty in the music industry.
Right.
It's always family at the end of the day. No matter how much we argue, fight, it got nothing to do with anyone else but us. We still gonna be family.
Oh my God, y'all gotta get in here and check this out. Nicki Minaj just went live on Station Head last night, and fans are speculating that she might have been throwing a little shade at her half-sister, Ming Lee. If you guys don't know the backstory between these two, Ming Lee and Nicki Minaj are related through their father.
Oh, for the people that don't know, you and Nicki Minaj are half-sisters through your father, correct?
Yeah, through my father, exactly. We have the same dad.
Now, Ming Lee has done multiple interviews name-dropping Nicki Minaj. And her and Nicki Minaj were not the closest growing up, but Nicki Minaj always made sure she was straight.
She was a good sister. Like, she did check up on me, my dad, from time to time. Like, she always made sure that we was, like, you know, at least good situated in a way. Like, it doesn't matter if she was distant or not. She was still, like, you know, being there.
Ming Lee did conduct a couple of interviews a couple of weeks ago, but it's looking like those interviews are just making their way over to Nicki Minaj's desk because she hopped on Station Head last night to get a couple of things off her chest. Now, while on Station Head, Nicki Minaj went on to explain why would you do interviews about a person that's private, and exclaiming pretty much, why would you let these people bait you into talking about me?
Why would a person speak on a person they love openly about a private person? Why would a person do that? Who would you speak about in your interviews if someone wanted to interview you? Yourself, right?
Seemingly shading me when she said people think that they could catch talent like a cold and that you can't get it through your blood work or your genes. What God ordained for her is for her.
I think y'all think talent, like you could catch it like a cold, or maybe people could pass it through the genes. Even with blood relation, what God has given to me is mine. You have to go and get your own. A mooch and a clown don't run in my DNA.
Now, Ming Lee heard these clips of Nicki Minaj allegedly speaking about her on Station Head, and she wasted no time hopping in the comments of the We in Miami podcast on Instagram, addressing the claims. I want to get into her response here. Now, Ming said, I still love her. I tried as a sister to please her. I realized I gotta please God first because only he can judge the gift he gave me. I'm curious to know what y'all think regarding this. Do y'all feel like Nicki should have just let Ming slide because she is her half-sister? Or do you feel like enough is enough? Ming has been milking these interviews, name dropping Nicki. I want to know you guys' thoughts. Let me know in the comments. Peace.
Breaking my heart for real. Where people are gonna consistently try to like pick and choose who they want to pick and choose on, and like try to make me look bad or try to embarrass me, or ever try to think that they can embarrass me again. Because I'm that type of person that I will clock T. You think Illuminati's real? To be honest, I don't know. I don't think it's real. I highly believe that people want to make it real. Many people bring up the Illuminati because they want to make it for their own cult, and they want to invite people because they're the ones with high power and high money and stuff like that. But they be mad because I am no puppet, a person that can't kiss ass. That's the best way of me saying that I would never, ever let a cult think that they can get to me. Stop talking about your sister. Who said I'm talking about my sister? Like, what does it have to do with my sister? Like, you're just talking. Clock your tea and get out of my life. Like, that has nothing to do with my sister. Anyone could be an Illuminati. Like, what are you talking about? I do want to go back to school. I'm just not taking my GED. I can't accept that. Me taking my GED is like me thinking to myself that's not enough. I gotta get my diploma. Only reason why is because I was working so hard doing what I have to do for myself. I didn't pay attention to what I really need to focus on. So for me, I have like one last year that I'm off to trade school. Most likely, I don't gotta do trade school or college. I'm just gonna do what I have to do for me. Like,
I'm not obligated to tell any of y'all what me and my sister personal issues are.
Do you think the Breakfast Club thing's gonna happen, or are you
No.
saving that for
No. Due
Okay.
to the fact that I made phone calls and hearing things, I don't like drama. I don't like when people try to in
No.
situations. So I prefer
stay out of the drama, stay out of the business, and just do my own shit and just keep it pushing.
And they
Why
have to.
my sister prefers me not to respond to people knowing that they don't know anything. So people like to always push my buttons to the point so I get disrespectful from time to time. But it's really just being that since my family and my sister, we all know how the internet is. It prefer not to just be spoken about. I prefer just to say, oh, I'm not in certain situations. It's got nothing to do with me. Keep it pushing, or like working on my own self. Like people just seem to take things out of context. Like I said, like if I don't say anything, if I don't speak on a certain situation, there's a reason why I don't speak on a certain situation. I'm not obligated to tell any of y'all what me and my sister personal issues are. And even if we had issues, it would not be none of y'all business because that's what sisters go through. We sisters at the end of the day, whatever we go through, whatever you go through, we still gonna go through it together. That's my ride, regardless.
Would you do a song with your sister, and would you open up for her if you had the opportunity? Because I see that comment a lot. Would you?
If I
'Cause I
had
know
the
you don't.
opportunity, if
Mm-hmm.
I had the opportunity, I would. I would genuinely want to work with her. But that's just when I'm like fully prepared and fully ready to be on that level. The main people's concern was me talking about my sister, which was really not the case. And that's what many people was mad at me about, which I didn't pay no mind to it because they don't know the whole situation of everything, of my music, whatever. I do love my sister. If anyone's asking, I do God love her. And we don't follow each other because we're too busy doing our own things and stuff like that. And it's better for me to just have my own part in my music without her having to be steps through every single time. So I do love my sister. She's always been an inspiration to me ever since I was young. Always been. I always looked up to her. I always got respect for her. Always got love for her. But people got to understand that y'all not her family. Y'all just her fans. I'm related to her. I'm her blood sister. I got to
All right, so
understand that.
let's talk about that. Are you Mirage?
No, I'm not a Mirage.
Okay. Yeah, because y'all share the same father. They share the same father, right? It's the same father.
Yeah, we have the same father.
All right. This ain't her daughter. This is her little sister that she loves a lot, and her sister loves her.
Okay, not y'all acting really surprised that Nicki Minaj has a little sister. Nicki talk about her siblings all the time in her songs. Barbs, where y'all at? By the way, if you guys really didn't know that Nicki Minaj has a sister, she does. Ming Lee. They actually look just alike. They are related through their dad, I believe. They're half sisters. I just saw an interview that Ming Lee did. The Shade Room reposted it, I believe, so y'all can go look at it. But I just love the way she answered those questions. It most definitely has to be overwhelming to have a sibling. The whole world knows them. They're the biggest top pop star or whatever, and you guys don't even talk. I know it has to be overwhelming. But to conduct herself in the way that she did in that interview, like, I give her utmost props. Because I know answering those questions could probably be a little triggering and not easy. But the fact that she did it in the way she did it just goes to show that girl is not bitter. Her and her sister are not beefing. And a lot of people are saying they don't look alike. I think they do. Especially when she make that little face. That I beg to differ. She looks just like her sister. And another thing, people are, basically trying to bash Nicki and say like, oh, to be a multi-billionaire and to have your sister live in a projects is insane. I don't think that was the case that most people are trying to say like, oh, Nicki just don't fuck with her sister, or Nicki just didn't want to take care of her family. I think it was more so because her sister does music too, that Nicki probably was trying to like protect her sister from the industry, because we all know and we all seen the celebrities. Like, look at for Nickelodeon, Christ's sake, Dan Schneider. Look at what he did to those kids. He took those kids' childhood so we could have one. Stay with me now. What do y'all think?
I would have never thought in a million years that I would see Nicki Minaj's sister on podcast talking about she can't choose between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. Like the Nicki Minaj. I don't know. It just gives that they have some kind of problem or something, because, girl, what do you mean? Then on top of all of that, every time she go on a podcast, they only asking about Nicki Minaj. They don't really care about nothing that you have going on. They want you to talk negatively about your sister clearly, because why would they ask you a question like that? And why are you allowing it, and why are you answering it? It's just so crazy out here.
Nicki Minaj's little sister Ming speaks on how they are related. So you had Ming basically coming out saying her and Nicki Minaj got the same dad. You got people saying they're not blood related, that Nicki just knows her dad. You got people saying Nicki never said she had a sister, but I believe back in the day maybe she said she had a sister. You had people saying, so then why ain't you working with Nicki Minaj, right? Because really all it takes is one song with your sister and you gonna blow up, right? Y'all seen what Nicki Minaj did for Ice Spice when they dropped that Barbie World joint, you know what I'm saying? But the sister also claims she doesn't want to, ride Nicki's wave or be known as just Nicki's sister and make her career about that. But hey, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? She claims that's her sister, so hey, I guess it is what it is. That's her sister.
And I just remember screaming at my mother. I can't believe you didn't tell me, that he was graduating. And she basically was like, oh, I didn't think it was a big deal to you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yes, that's a big deal to me. I would have rearranged and rerouted my whole tour to make sure I was there to see him graduate.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
So here's my opinion on the whole Nicki Minaj and Ming Lee situation. So Ming Lee is her little sister. And after reading and learning about their relationship, Nicki Minaj and Ming Lee are actually half-sisters. They're not from the same mom, they're from the same dad. And if you have half-sisters who are from the same dad but different moms, you know the relationship, especially if you didn't grow up in the same family, in the same household. So basically, you're still cool with your sister, but the love is different. The love is completely different versus someone who you have the same mom and same dad with, or the same mom. But because they have the same dad, the same dad but different moms, it's giving Nicki Minaj look at Ming Lee as, you took my father away from me. So my father basically had to leave my mom to go meet with your mom, or maybe he cheated on my mom, Nicki Minaj's mom, to go be with Ming Lee's mom, and in return created Ming Lee. So even though they are cool as sisters, but I don't think they have this loving relationship with each other like Nicki Minaj has with her brother. Because Nicki was actually at her brother's side when he was convicted. She even wrote a letter to the judge to help pardon her brother, even though he did the unthinkable to his, at the time, wife's little daughter. So anyway, so as someone who have half sisters from father's side, I know how it is, and I can tell you that the love is there, but it's not the same as someone if you were the same mom and the same dad. So I see Nicki Minaj's sister Ming Lee as like a more younger, more vibrant, and more beautiful version of Nicki Minaj. Not saying Nicki is not beautiful. I love Nicki down. But what I'm seeing is, if Nicki Minaj were to promote her sister and promote her music, it would have to mean that Nicki is trying to replace herself with her sister, because people are going to see it as that. No matter how you look at it, people are going to see her as a younger version of Nicki. And unless Nicki is ready to step down from the music industry and let her sister shine, it's always going to be a problem. And as her sister, because I saw a video where she was basically having to pick between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and she said she couldn't pick. So with me, as someone who have multiple sisters from the same dad but different moms, if my sister was in that position and clearly she want her sister's support, I would support my sister 100%. I would pick her every single time, because that's my sister, unless of course we have bad blood. But I understand that she could just like both of them, because of course she's from the Bronx and all that, Anyways, so my thing is, I just feel like Nicki felt some type of way about her little sister, because for one, yes, they do have pictures together and they have videos together. How many siblings who are from the same dad but different moms who have pictures together and videos together, but they still don't mess with each other like that? They see each other on summertime or whenever the family gets together, but they don't have that love that you would say that you and your sister from the same mom and dad have. It's just different. And my thing too is that if Nicki were to push her sister, or at least like her sister decide, okay, I don't need your help, I'm going to do my own thing, I feel like the public would basically push her sister more because she's more of a younger version and a lot of more energy than Nicki. They would push her more, then they would judge Nicki for not supporting her sister. And because I feel like Nicki is just not ready to step down from the music industry yet, and plus she's kind of a mean girl. I mean, I love Nicki down, but she's kind of a mean girl. Look at what she does to like Ice Spice. She was trying to help clearly, but Ice Spice turned on her. But Lotto and Cardi B is problematic too. But then again, you know, she is going back and forth with Cardi B. So me seeing her promoting her sister, that's like Beyonce promoting Blue Ivy to do music on her own and she's in the background, which means it's going to take away from her music. Just like she's not promoting Chloe Bailey and Holly Bailey because she don't want them to have that spotlight. Don't you see, whenever the girls are putting out albums, Beyonce never promoted. I mean, all she could do is just post a video saying, or even a picture saying that, oh, album is out now, but she doesn't do that because she feel like it's taken away, because the community, the Black community, support them, but they don't want to take away from each other. You know, so if Nicki were to do that, it's gonna take away from her shine, even though of course her little sister might not be as talented, but she is younger, and like it or not, but the industry does promote younger generation versus the older one. I look at Lotto, how she was calling Nicki old and all that. So yeah, I just feel like Nicki, for one, has this thing against her sister for like taking her dad away from her because she was maybe the daddy's little girl, but now this little one was daddy's little girl until her dad passed on in 2021 with tragic accident. But yeah, I just feel like there's just not that close knit that they have going on. And I do hope that maybe one day Nicki Minaj's sister Ming Lee would actually, you know, branch away from the music industry and become maybe an influencer, because she have the face, she have the look for it, and maybe she'll do great at that until her sister kind of step away from the music industry, because it's just kind of like, I feel like the two of them cannot go at the same time. I do hope that they could, but because of how the music industry is and because of what they promote, I just feel like they're not going to let them both be successful at the same time, especially with other female rappers in the industry going at it with each other and all that. And if maybe whenever Nicki Minaj decides to retire by like 70 years old, she would hopefully push her sister, because she have all these connections, and you would think that she would help her because her sister is really, really good. I listen to her music, she's really good, but she's not going to do that because Nicki, like I said before, she's kind of a mean girl, and she's just not going to do that. And after her sister basically saying that she could not pick between her and Cardi B, that's another like jab for her. And also because her sister's now doing interviews using her name, which I would think that she would be expecting that she, you know, she's using her name in interviews, because it's kind of helping her to push her music, which is what she's doing, is promoting her music on her little hobo tours. But Nicki Minaj is upset about that because she's saying, well, why would you do that? And then on top of that too, her sister is still very poor. She's still like in a public school. She's still, you know, dealing with everything. Nicki's not really helping her like that, because if they were the same mom and same dad, I guarantee you Nicki would help a lot more. She would do a lot more for her, because didn't she pay for her brother's wedding? I think I heard that from somewhere, that she paid for her brother's wedding, and she was there for her brother because her brother has the same mom as her and probably the same dad too, because they look exactly alike. So she was there a lot more for her brother than she was for her little sister, who is very, very young, and she's very talented. Her brother was not in the music industry. He was not in any industry at all. I think he was just a random guy. But her sister, who was trying to get her feet wet and try to make music, she could have helped her, but she chose not to, which let me know that she felt some type of way about her sister, the relationship, how she was created. So I don't know, maybe one day we'll see her pop in the music industry, or maybe become an influencer, and then maybe Nicki Minaj will decide to help her, or at least promote her a little bit, and not do like Beyonce, how she doesn't promote like the Hailey Baileys and the Chloe Baileys. I don't know. I just feel like she could have just at least, you know, give her some grace. She's young. She's like 23 or something. She's super young. So all the little things she's doing, the little intake, is to get her attention. It's to really, you know, say, look at me, give me some attention, help me, you know. But she's not doing that. She's not doing that because Nicki's a mean girl. She's a mean girl. but I love her. I love her though. I would say I'm not a barb, but I do like her music. She's very, very talented, but we cannot take away the fact that she can be a little mean at times. So anyways, talk to you later. Let me know your opinion in the comment section. I will see you. Bye.